up, everybody? We're doing another Trey's Take today, and with my friend Kimani.
Hello.
So let's get a few things out of the way before we start talking about the Seminoles. As most of you have saw, the Chiefs lost to the Lions 20-21, which was very sad, but we will get through it since I am a Chiefs fan. But anyways, let's get started. As we saw, Keon Coleman had a great game yesterday. But Johnny Wilson, I have too much to say about you. You dropped so many passes from what I saw. I couldn't even count how many. I thought you were supposed to be Jordan Travis' number one target. You're 6'7". You should be over here putting your hands up and catching the ball. How hard is that? Against a 6-foot defender? You should be able to catch everything he throws at you. But no, now it's Keon Coleman that he's throwing at. So, anyways, if you want to say any questions, just comment them. And please leave a donation. That's how I get paid by my dad. Let's see. But Jordan Travis had a very outstanding game. I think he threw for 100, 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. But as we all saw, he got pulled out in the third quarter, and the backup stayed until the third and fourth quarter. And we won 66-13. FSU over Southern Miss, as we all pretty much knew from the LSU game. If we can blow them out, we can blow almost any team out. Because from what I saw, I think FSU has a pretty good chance to go 12-0 with our schedule. If Duke can beat Clemson like that, I'm sure we can not blow out Clemson, but beat them pretty good. So I'm just waiting for any questions, because it's really all that went down in the game. Who else had the defense? This game was your off game. I didn't see anything I liked. The D line was okay, but I feel like there could have been more pressure. We're going against a team that is horrible. We should be able to give them the best game of our lives. They are horrible. If the defense ever has a game like that, just transfer, please. So anyways, but the offense did pretty good besides Johnny Wilson. And any questions, I'll just wait, I guess, because I don't really know.
Give us your thoughts on how many different targets that how many receivers got receptions in this game.
So with the starters, Keon Coleman got most of the targets easily. Johnny Wilson got a few. He dropped a bunch from what I saw. He caught a few of them. I don't think he got a touchdown though. I think Keon got all of them. So, but yeah, the backups did well. I don't know most of their last names, but I know they got a bunch of targets too with the backup quarterback number 18. But the backup quarterback number 18, he had a pretty good game against the Southern Miss defense. He threw for 2 touchdowns, and I don't know if it was over 100 yards, but I'm sure it was something close to that.
Yeah, 73 yards.
73 yards. And 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
So he had a pretty good game, but the person I'm disappointed in most, AJ Duffy. When I went to the FSU practice, he looked like he had great accuracy, great arm power. Just basically, he could throw anything. Well, not like that, since he's not the starting quarterback. But he really, when he got a chance to throw, he didn't use that chance. Because I think he could have done better if Mike Norvell would have gave him a few more chances. But since they ran the ball most of the last few minutes into the fourth quarter, I think he didn't just get a chance to show his potential. But for this game right now, we're saying he just wasn't as good as I thought he was.
Trey Benson had 3 scores. Talk to us about Trey Benson's game.
Oh, Trey Benson game? So last week, I didn't see much of the running backs, although I think they did have a few touchdowns. But Trey Benson this game, 3 touchdowns, if I'm not correct. Was it over 100 yards?
79.
79 yards. So he had a pretty good game. I would say because so most of the touchdowns he got, from what I saw, Jordan Travis had led the team down the field, and then he ran it in. But for one of his touchdowns, I saw we were at midfield, a little bit back from there, and then Trey Benson ran it in for a pretty decent yard touchdown. So yeah, that's what I thought of his game.
Special teams got a couple field goals. We got 8 field goals. What are your thoughts? And Alex Mastromato did very good with punting. What are your thoughts on special teams for Florida State?
Last year, I didn't think our special teams was really good. Ryan Fitzgerald did not look good because there was a few kicks he could have made that I think could have saved our game last year. But this year, he's actually improving a little bit. In our punter, I saw he could kick pretty far. He could punt really far. So yeah, and I didn't really see anything in the return game besides when Keon Coleman ran for a few yards, but there was nothing really exciting about the return game. But I liked the punting and the kicker kicking field goals.
Overall, who would get your offensive MVP?
Oh, it's Keon again.
Keon Coleman again. Okay.
Or actually, no, I'll give it to Trey Benson.
Trey Benson with his 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, because from last game he came back and shined in this
one. Who would be your defensive MVP?
I'd say one of the linemen again, but I think it's Jared Verse because I'm pretty sure he had a sack, right? If I'm not wrong, I think he had a sack of this game and a few tackles, but I think he would be the defensive MVP in this game.
Okay. Where does Mike Norvell rate on your coaches this week? Is he creeping up or is he getting better?
I mean, I'd say he's still staying in the same spot for now, but if we can go 4-0 again, but we don't lose another 3 games, he'll creep up because last year that's what drove us off path. Although we did win the last few games, the only game we should have lost in that was to Clemson. But if he can do that without losing another 3 games, he'll creep up on the coaching list.
What are some things that you hope the guys improve on next week?
I hope the corners do better coverage. I honestly thought the backups were giving better coverage than the starting corners, and the starting offense, I didn't really see anything bad with them. Besides, I saw a few inaccurate passes and everything that they could work on. But really, I think the defense just needs to work on, and they need to do what they did last week and bring it into next week's game.
So this is the first home game. So talk to us a little bit about what was it like to experience a home opener. You talk about this too, Kamai. Tell everybody about your weekend and what all you did.
They had added new lights to the stadium, I believe.
So I think he means like when Trey Benson or they would throw a touchdown, they would flicker all the lights and it would turn like a black and yellow and white. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
They would turn the light. They would flicker the lights and everything. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I liked when we got the experience of the recruit because I got to play Connect Four and wherever we were, it was like a lounge, but not the one that
It was next to the practice field, right?
yeah. So that was fun. And then after that, later after the game, we got to go in the lounge and me and Kimani played air hockey for a while.
Yeah, he was obviously cheating.
Yeah, that's what I thought of the experience.
They cheated
Did
right
you get a
there.
chance to meet any of the coaches?
Mike Norvell and Coach Fuller.
Have you saw Coach Fuller?
Mm.
Oh yeah, Corey, big black coach. Yeah. He is Coach Fuller. Did you get any footage?
Yeah, I got footage.
You gotta upload the stuff. You should have uploaded the stuff from last week.
Oh yeah, I do need to. I need to send it to Tim, right?
So what other stuff what other cool did you see? Any other cool stuff? Who did you see in the stands? And what was it like? Did any fans recognize you? Or did you talk to any fans?
I mean, I didn't really talk to anybody, but most of the people were asking me if I was Keon Coleman's brother.
What did you tell them?
Yes, besides one time I said no. In one person asked me if I was a recruit because I had this recruiting badge on. I just said yes because I didn't know what she meant. But now I think I know what she was talking.
Did you meet anybody else? Talk to anybody else?
I didn't really talk to any of the players. Nobody like that besides the coaches.
You got a chance to meet Snoop. And Pete.
Oh yeah, I did. Is Snoop his real name?
Marvin. His real name is Marvin Menace, but everybody calls him Snoop.
So he played with you. Are you older than him, or is he?
Him and Pete played together.
Okay, but yeah, I got a chance to meet him. What position did he play?
He was wide receiver. He was
Snoop?
really good.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet Pete Ward and
Peter Warwick.
oh Peter Ward?
Warwick.
Yeah. Well, I got to meet him and Snoop.
And then what do you think about our chance? So you have some insights. So why did you get a chance to go with the recruits? Do you remember?
Because Derek was there.
Yep.
And he was a recruit, but right now he's committed to Miami, I think.
So what did you think? What did you think of? What did you think about Derek? Do you think Derek had a good time and was enjoying the game?
Yeah, because I think I heard him say he had a really good time. So I'm hoping he rethinks his choice about Miami and comes to the right place at Florida State.
So you think you might put a crystal ball in for Derek to flip, or you think we still got to work on him a little bit more?
Probably work on him because I think Miami may be a little bit better because as we all saw last year, we blew them out. But I still think we need to work on him a little bit. But I think we have a really good chance of getting him to commit to FSU.
Okay, you didn't get a chance to see Drake, another kid from Jacksonville who was up here. So all in all, Florida State's 2-0. What do you expect? What are your thoughts going into next week for them playing Boston College?
Oh, we better blow them out. But I have no expectations for Boston College. If we don't blow them out, what either the coaching staff is doing something wrong or the players are just not doing what they're supposed to. But that's what I think we should be able to do for the Boston College game.
Okay. Any other things or insights that you want to add to that, Trey?
No, not really, but right now, I think Jordan Travis is on his way. I think right now he is already a Heisman contender, but I think he's on his way to it. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I have to say.
Good job, Tell. See you next time.
See you next week.